Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to Yah, pushing his word, sincerity, and in truth. Back with another lesson. Today's lesson, just something that popped into my head a couple days ago. Been meaning to touch on this. It's about being honorable. All right, you go into that definition of being honorable. And what got me even thinking in that type of mindset, been watching, first time seeing it, Game of Thrones, man, and just how, it's a fictional story or whatever, but how when at certain times people were more honorable as far as going forward and proceeding with whatever vow or whatever, word, they uttered, man. All right, they carried it out. And in this time and place, right, at the end of these, in the end seconds, there's really no honor left on this planet, man. All right, even at our worst, we are more honorable, than the masses. All right, even at our worst. But I just want to grab a couple scriptures dealing with that, and that's pretty much going to be it. Because we're coming into times where there's going to be a lot of pushback, a lot of demonization, and a lot of persecution for holding steadfast to this faith. So being honorable is going to be very important. All right, it's going to be very, very important. The first scripture I want to grab, bear with me, is in the book of Job, chapter 2 and 7. This is Job chapter 2, verse 7. It says, So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. So I'm reading this story because with all that the Most High allowed Satan to put him through, he kept his integrity. He kept his honor. And we in this time, through all the downs, the obstacles, the situations that we fall into, pushing this word and doing this work, guess what? If you're part of that hopeful elect, you're going to remain honorable, man. You're going to remain honorable. Brothers did lessons on, what happened to the brother out there in L.A. And even as he was getting driven to the hospital, he still was praising the Lord, even after what he went through. That's a true depiction of having great honor, man. All right. Verse 10. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. And from there, I'm going to jump to another scripture in Job, just to reaffirm. This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 15. It says, Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain mine own ways before him. He also shall be my salvation, for a hypocrite shall not come before him. So though we go through these obstacles, seem like devastating situations, right? You have to remain honorable, man. You have to remain on the path. All right. But from there, let's go into the book of Colossians, chapter 3. I started at 1. It says, If ye be risen with the anointed, seek those things which are above, where the anointed sitteth, Yahushua sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushua in the Most High. So that's an understanding that we have on this side, man. Regardless of the obstacles, the tribulations, the things that we're going through, the things in the future that we will go through, because we're going to have to suffer to get into the kingdom, right? We're going to go through some great things in these last days where our faith is going to be put to test, right? It's going to be put on trial. We have the mindset, armed with the mindset of being what? Honorable. All right. When Yahushua, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. So you have people tap it out. Men have been in this truth 15 plus years, right? 20 plus years, 10 plus years. I got word from a guy who basically just recently fell out over a woman, and he's been in the truth damn near as long as me. In a million years, I never would have thought this guy he would fall out. But if the Lord decides to take that spirit off you, there's nothing you can do. That's why being humble, being honorable, right? Understanding that we really have something true, and we're going to fight for this thing, man. All right, we're going to fight for this thing, and not letting the weak, beggarly elements of the world pull us away, right? It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, right? We're going to remain honorable, man. Going back to that show Game of Thrones, you got people that would make a vow, and through whatever happened to them, they would stay on that path to fulfill that vow, man. And that's what the elect, right, the hopeful elect, are doing in this ministry and in this truth, man. Because persecution is is going to come in a major way, major. I'm going to say very influential brothers. All right, heads of camps. They might be put out on Front Street, man. All right, shown as, hey, look what we're doing to your leader. You need to, basically drop the plow, so to speak. But through all that's going to happen, you got to be firmly cemented in this truth, firmly cemented in this gospel, and know that the Lord, the Lord is working a marvelous work. Now you got to understand that, and remain honorable to the last heartbeat, so you can understand. You got to remember that. From here, we're going to go into another scripture. Man, we gotta get the hell out of here. Salakia, I was just thrown aback by a fucking transformer walking by, if you know what I mean. But from there, let's go into the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12. It says, beloved, think it's not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, right? As though some strange thing happened unto you. We're promised a tough road here, man. This is not anything where it's going to be smooth sailing. It's not going to be sweet. This is not a vacation laying on the beach. It's none of those things, man. All right. We have obstacles. We're going to get obstacles put in our way, but that's what's promised to us, man. But if you truly believe and you truly got faith, the Lord is going to bring you through these things. Verse 13, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of the Yahushua's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Right? Because we stood stiffly for this word, as the scriptures say. And when we suffer for doing the work, we're suffering for being righteous. And guess what? And the Lord sees those things, and he delivers the just out of those situations, man. And you have to believe and know this. All right? You have to believe and know this. But that's just basically the point just about being honorable, man. Even at our worst, hey, we're still more honorable than these people out here. These people are given the change. These people will go with whoever they think is going to win next. Hey, the woman to leave you at the drop of a dime. They always quote that statistic. It's like a statistic that women initiate 70 to 80% of how the society calls divorces. There ain't no honorable no more, man. Companies ain't honorable as far as keeping an employee or rewarding them for good work. None of that. All that shit's going out the window, and you see society as a whole ain't going down the drain even faster because nobody has confidence anymore in it. They know everybody is here to scam you. Everybody is here to make a quick buck and get over on you, right? There's no more honor in the society. But that's the point. I want to give all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Shalom the next time.